Here's our updated list for 2024, because when markers compete for top speed bragging rights, the world wins. The first production vehicle to crack 200 miles per hour was the Ferrari F40. The year was 1987. Immediately after that, Italian stallion's speedometer registered 201. The race to enter the 300 miles per hour club began. In 2019, amid fervent competition between Koenigsegg, Hennessy, and Bugatti, the Chiron Supersport bested the others by a horseshoe nose, achieving a staggering 304.7 miles per hour. In early 2020, a bevy of new hypercars was announced, several promising at least 300 miles per hour. Then, in 2021, SSC North America turned a claim into reality, cementing the SSC Tuatara's spot among the fastest ever. Meanwhile, a relatively new name, innovative Singer vehicles, and long-standing icon Gordon Murray have both gained momentum. And of course, Bugatti and Koenigsegg are busy being Bugatti and Koenigsegg. So, we're updating our list of the fastest cars in the world to show more wheeled lightning. For 2024, there's a new number one in a race to go fastest. The competition also might be less relevant than ever, but that doesn't make it any less serious for those vying for the title. 3 quick editor's notes. Our sole criterion is top speed. Our floor for consideration is at least 218 miles per hour, and unproven manufacturer claims are denoted. 25. Porsche 918. Spider. 218 miles per hour. Porsche did some light sandbagging when it claimed the top speed on its 918 model was 214 miles per hour. In 2018, one 918 Spider was recorded clocking 218.4 miles per hour. Still the fastest production car the Stuttgart Mark has produced, it is equipped with a hybrid powertrain that features a naturally aspirated 4.6-liter V8, good for 599 horsepower, and twin electric motors that contribute another 282 horsepower, bringing the sum to 875 horsepower and a stupendous 944 foot-pounds of torque. 24. Aston Martin. 177. 220 miles per hour. This limited edition coupe from Aston Martin was capped at 77 units, though after an accident in Asia, only 76 examples remain. Beneath the long hood lies a 7.3-liter FIS 12 from Cosworth, good for 750 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of twist. That propels the aluminum and carbon fiber chassis from a dead stop to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. A series of tests by Aston showed that its steed was capable of 220 miles per hour back in 2009. 23. Lamborghini Aventador LP 780-4. Ultime. 221 miles per hour. As the Ultime moniker denotes, Lamborghini's latest Aventador represents the pinnacle performance variant of an impressive supercar chassis that first debuted back in 2011. The original's naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 has transformed over the years, however, and now produces up to 769 horsepower and 531 foot-pounds of torque, as compared to the 690 horsepower and 509 foot-pounds of torque from the LP 704 of 2011. With a more subtle exterior, at least for Lamborghini, that eschews much of the aggressive aerodynamics seen on the more track-focused SVJ, the Ultime also retains all-wheel drive and an incredibly outdated single-clutch, automated 7-speed transmission. That said, it still manages a 0 to 60 mph time of 2.8 seconds on the way to a 221 mph top speed. The supercapacitor hybrid Cian pumps out more power overall, and Lamborghini has announced further plans to transition quickly toward fully electric supercars, but the Ultime will reign as the most powerful, purely internal combustion Aventador ever built. This year, the next generation of Raging Bulls should debut with an all-new V12, complemented by electric motors. 22. Gordon Murray. Automotive T50. 230 miles per hour, claimed. Gordon Murray served as designer of the McLaren F1, which set new standards for performance with a world-beating top speed run of 240.1 miles per hour in 1998. This was thanks to the BMW-sourced V12 and advanced for the time carbon fiber construction. More recently, Murray founded his own eponymous marque and penned the Svelte T50 using the same recipe of a lightweight body and a naturally aspirated 12-cylinder mill. This time around, the engine was built by Cosworth to displace 4.0 liters and produce 654 horsepower and 344 foot-pounds of torque on the way to a screaming redline of 12,100 revolutions per minute. Murray claims the T50 can hit a top speed of 230 miles per hour, a bit shy of the F1's original record. But then the T50 has a lower displacement power plant, a curb weight of only 2,174 pounds, and significant improvements in downforce made possible by a 15.7-inch fan that effectively sucks the chassis toward the ground. 21. Pagani Huayra, 238 miles per hour. The successor to the game-changing Zonda, the Huayra comes from Italian speedmaster Horacio Pagani and is named after Huayra, a Quechua wind god. Fitting, considering the 720 horsepower coming from a twin-turbocharged Mercedes-AMG V12. A 7-speed single-clutch gearbox puts down the power while delivering chunky, whiplash-inducing shifts, allowing you to scream from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 3.8 seconds, 2.8 seconds. 20. Pagani Huayra, BC Roadster, 240 miles per hour, estimated. The BC in the moniker of this entry is an homage to Benny Caiola, an Italian-born businessman who became a New York real estate titan. Caiola bought the first Zonda off Horacio Pagani himself, subsequently becoming a dear friend. This iteration of the open-top Huayra launched in 2019 after Pagani left the Geneva International Motor Show with 5 unsolicited deposits for a more aggressive version of the Huayra Roadster. The resulting machine features a new Mercedes-AMG twin-turbo V12, tweaked to be about 7% more powerful than the coupe version of the BC. The 791 horsepower output should be more than ample to rocket the $3.5 million open-top hypercar to 240 miles per hour. 19. McLaren F1, 240.1 miles per hour. The iconic 3-seater from McLaren was a revolutionary model from the brilliant mind of designer Gordon Murray. Built in 1993, it was the first carbon fiber-bodied production car ever built, and featured a 6.1-liter V12 from BMW that was good for 618 horsepower and 479 foot-pounds of torque. For the then expensive, now bargain price of £500,000, you were rewarded with blistering speed, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds, and 0 to 100 miles per hour required just 6.3 seconds. These are simply mental performance figures, especially when you factor in that the engine is naturally aspirated. It officially set the world speed record back in 1998, and the 240.1 mile per hour run remained top dog until 2005, when the Koenigsegg CCR bested it by all of 1 mile per hour. 18. Saleen S7 Twin Turbo, 248 miles per hour. Steve Saleen set out to build a Bugatti Veyron Challenger, and this street-legal race car was the result. One of the first American mid-engined performance machines ever crafted, the Saleen S7 was 100% hand-built. A heavily tweaked 7.0-liter twin-turbo Ford 351 Windsor small block gets bored and stroked, bestowing the handsome coupe with 750 horsepower. 17. Koenigsegg CCXR, 249 miles per hour. The CCXR uses the same 4.7-liter twin-turbo V8 mill as the CCX, but the Swedish company modded the power plant to run on E85 race gas, which shot the power from 795 horsepower up into the 4-figure range, 1,004 horsepower to be exact. Given the CCXR's upgraded aerodynamics package and engine, it would be interesting to see how it performs in a proper top-speed run that's in a straight line and not on a circular track, which is how the Koenigsegg CCR ran. 16. Koenigsegg Gemera, 249 miles per hour, claimed. The second hypercar from the Swedish automotive wizards to grace our list is referred to as a Mega GT by founder Christian von Koenigsegg. That's because it's packing 1,700 horsepower, 2,581 foot-pounds of torque, and has 4 seats, each of which was designed to hold an actual human. Thoughtfully, there's room for the storage of one carry-on suitcase per passenger. The sprint to 60 miles per hour is over in 1.9 seconds, faster than you can read this sentence. 15. Tesla Roadster, 250 plus miles per hour, claimed. Elon Musk launched Tesla with a coupe, so this electric roadster is a fitting return to his roots. Only he's turned everything up to 11. Tesla claims its 200 kilowatt-hour battery pack will provide up to 620 miles of range, while a trio of motors will propel the $200,000 plus four-seat supercar to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds, 1.9 seconds. With that quickness, the quarter mile is in your rear view in just 8.8 seconds. 14. Aston Martin Valkyrie, 250 miles per hour, claimed. When engineers from Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing put their heads together, the world benefits. The Valkyrie, or AMRB-001 as it was known in development, is a fantastically wild-looking hypercar. Behind your seat, a 6.5-liter Cosworth Vi-12 churns out 1,160 horsepower, more than enough to compress your innards during the 2.3 seconds it takes to hammer to 60 miles per hour. 13. McLaren Speedtail, 250 miles per hour. The rear-wheel drive Speedtail employs a hybrid system good for 1,035 horsepower, and its sleek shape and lightweight carbon fiber construction is tailor-made for its top speed of 250 miles per hour. McLaren claims it'll take only 12.8 seconds to go from a dead stop to 186 miles per hour, which is an eye-watering stat. 12th, Zinger 21 CV Max, 253 miles per hour, claimed. American hypercar startup Zinger Vehicles aims to completely revolutionize the automotive industry by introducing the sustainable use of 3D printing and AI-assisted designs in mass production. Along the way to mainstream adoption, Zinger plans to produce world-beating hypercars starting with the 21C, a unique 1+1 that already set lap records at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca and Circuit of the Americas on road-legal Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires. At Monterey Car Week in August of 2022, Zinger then revealed a smoother and longer aerodynamic body for the 21C, dubbed the V-Max, which reduces drag while using the same twin-turbocharged 2.88-liter V8 paired with dual electric motors. The combination delivers a total of 1,250 horsepower to all four wheels. With a low dry weight of 2,756 pounds, Zinger claims the V-Max should be able to sprint to 60 miles per hour in under 1.9 seconds and achieve a top speed of 253 miles per hour. 11th. SSC Ultimate Aero TT, 256.1 miles per hour. SSC North America's 2007 Ultimate Aero TT has a Guinness Book of Records. Verified top speed of 256.18 miles per hour. That record has since been broken by others, and now belongs to its successor, the SSC Tuatara. But that doesn't take anything away from this fully carbon fiber behemoth. Power comes from a twin-turbocharged Corvette C5 RV8 that's tuned to produce more than 1,100 horsepower and 1,094 foot-pounds of torque. The rip to 60 miles per hour is 2.7 seconds, and the task of stopping the land missile is aided by twin air brakes that pop up from the rear wings. 10. Rimac Nevera, 258 miles per hour. With twice the power of a Formula One car, the ability to hit 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds, and a $2.4 million sticker price, the new Rimac Nevera should intimidate even an experienced hypercar owner. Yet the automaker's 33-year-old founder, Mate Rimac, intended his masterpiece to be a highly usable, no-fuss grand tourer. So which is it, Hyde or Jekyll? The answer from behind the wheel, amazingly, is both. The 1,914 horsepower Nevera is currently the world's fastest accelerating production car. And at full steam, the Nevera is far from the stereotype of a silent EV, with 1.4 megawatts actually screaming through the car. The noise adds to the drama, as much psychological as physical, in a way no other road car can match, making for a dangerously charismatic split personality worth every one of its 7 figures. 9. Bugatti Mistral. 261 miles per hour. Claimed roof off. Just about any Bugatti will make the cut among the world's fastest production cars, if simply because the quad-turbo W16 engine, first pioneered by the Veyron, established an entirely new era of 4-figure horsepower output back in 2005. The Veyron managed a 253 miles per hour top speed then, and Bugatti consistently upped that number through 2019, when the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus managed a 304.7 miles per hour single-direction run. But the Veyron, Chiron, Bolide, and others were all coupes. Now Bugatti plans to take a new world record home to Molsheim with the Mistral Roadster, which features a final application of the quad-turbo W16 before the marque partnered with Rimac and the resultant hybridization and electrification of future models. More importantly, the Mistral required significant revisions to Bugatti's established design language to create sufficient downforce and engine cooling to allow for an incredible top speed of 261 miles per hour. And that's a figure that the Mistral will somehow achieve with the roof off. 8. Bugatti Veyron. Supersport. 267.8 miles per hour. Here's yet another Bugatti, this one built back in 2010 for the sole purpose of securing the accolade of fastest production car ever built. And the Veyron Supersport achieved it, per Guinness. From the same W16 power plant, engineers managed to eke out an additional 180 horsepower, bringing the grand total to 1,184 horsepower. To unlock the potential for max speed, you'll need a second key that'll give unfettered access to the engine. 7. Hennessy Venom GT. 270.4 miles per hour. John Hennessy's eponymously named performance group is obsessed with power and speed, evidenced by shoehorning as much oomph as it can into production cars from other manufacturers. Then, Hennessy built his own supercar in 2014, powered by a 7.0-liter twin-turbo GMV, 8-packing 1,244 horsepower and 1,287 foot-pounds of torque. The Venom reached 270.4 miles per hour at the Kennedy Space Center's 3.2-mile landing strip, but only in one direction. Since both directions are required for a record holding run, in addition to a production volume of 30 or more cars, only 13 Venoms have been sold, the Hennessy doesn't qualify for official record books. But still, the beast has surpassed 270 miles per hour, and that's impressive as hell. 6. Koenigsegg Agera RS. 277.8 miles per hour. In November of 2017, a Koenigsegg Agera RS, running E85 fuel, meaning it was getting 1,360 horsepower, was driven by a factory driver to a two-way average speed of 277.8 miles per hour on an 11-mile strip of closed road in Nevada. The car, owned by a customer who suggested the feat, actually hit 284.5 miles per hour during the record attempt, which is staggering. At the time, it also nabbed the fastest 0 to 250 miles per hour to 0 metric, 33.2 seconds, the highest average speed during the flying kilometer, 268 miles per hour, and for the flying mile on a public road, 276.3 miles per hour. 5. SSC Tuatara, 295 miles per hour. In October of 2020, SSC North America's founder, Jared Shelby, took his latest hypercar to a Nevada desert and hammered out a run that was touted to have averaged 316.11 miles per hour. The internet, however, was skeptical and shredded that session's data in short order, negating it. In January of 2021, Shelby decamped to proving grounds at Kennedy Space Center for a redux, bringing ample recording devices and external groups to monitor. That trial resulted in a 279.2 miles per hour speed on a northbound run, followed by the car reaching 286.1 miles per hour on a southbound pass. Those certified results averaged to 282.9 miles per hour, which is more than enough to notch the SSC Tuatara above the Koenigsegg Agera RS on this list. 4. Hennessy Venom. F5. 300 plus miles per hour, claimed. Hennessy. Performance Engineering's Venom. F5 picks up the baton from its older sibling and rockets away. A 6.6-liter twin-turbo V8 pumps out 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 foot-pounds of twist, which propels the 2,950-pound coupe to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. And in case you were wondering, its name is an homage to the F5 category of tornadoes, the most intense level possible on the Fujita scale. 3. Bugatti Bolide, 311 miles per hour, claimed, inspired by the Molsheim manufacturer's Vision Le Mans concept, Bugatti's Bolide combines its fantastical X-themed design language with the brand's unprecedented W16 power plant to yield an estimated top speed in excess of 311 miles per hour. Bolstered by a lightweight monocoque incorporating titanium and carbon fiber, the Bolide presents a sci-fi aesthetic that complements what are hyped to be otherworldly performance figures. Those specs are promised to include a 0 to 60 mph time of less than 2 seconds. 2. Bugatti Chiron Supersport, 304.7 miles per hour. The top spot for the world's fastest supercar goes to Bugatti. In 2019, pilot Andy Wallace railed a tweaked version of the 1,600 horsepower, 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged Chiron Supersport around the Arlesian track. The modifications included lengthening the body by 10 inches, lowering it, and giving it a new rear aero kit, as well as a new exhaust setup. The real heroes, however, were the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires that were X-rayed before fitment to ensure perfect structural integrity. 1. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, 330 miles per hour, claimed, the Swedish manufacturer's 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine is mated to a novel light-speed gearbox that can handle its prodigious output, which can reach 1,600 horsepower when running on E85 biofuel. Even more remarkable about the Jesko are its aerodynamics, which in the limited production Jesko Attack model produce more than 3,000 pounds of downforce. Although all 125 examples of the Jesko are currently sold out, we anticipate the standard model should be able to achieve, and likely exceed, Christian von Koenigsegg's projected top speed for it, which is 278 miles per hour. The fastest, the Jesko Absolute, is claimed to reach 330 miles per hour by tweaking the aerodynamics, reducing drag, and increasing stability. Koenigsegg is expected to make a new speed run with the Jesko Absolute sometime this year.